All right, we should be live any moment. And there we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris, and this is my channel, Bar911970. As always, I want to take the time to thank you and welcome you to my channel. All my Bar None warriors, all my free thinkers, and the people that question authority, welcome. It is 3:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 12th of April, 2017. And as we could see with recent events that happened in the bombing of Syria, as you could see, the question that never comes up in the media about Syria, and this is something I want you all to discuss, because our politicians, our media, our educational system, they don't have you question things. They say, this is what happened, believe it. There's always, like they say, two sides to a coin, which means that there are alternative viewpoints and questions that need to be asked. And the media is not there to interpret what's going on, ask questions, and try and figure out if what happened is what they say happened. But they just say, here's a cue card that somebody wrote some information on. We're going to read it to you, and no matter what channel you go to, you're going to get the same information, just done with somebody else's opinion of it. Now, I want you to think about this. Donald Trump, there's no audio. Let me know if anybody else is experiencing this problem. If somebody else can comment really quick. It wouldn't surprise me. So let me see. Could somebody else comment really quick and let me know if there's audio? Obviously, you can't hear it. Okay. All right. So it must be, if you could message that person and let him know that it must be something on his end. So thank you for letting me know. Obviously, it would have been very weird if I'm saying, can somebody let me know if there's no audio? Okay. So anyway, let's get back on track. Uh, gotta love life sometimes. All right. So we supposedly had Donald Trump bomb Syria and try and talk about the leader whose name is Assad. His full name is Bashar al-Assad. Now, if you notice, I've made videos before talking about there are three nations that don't have Rothschild banks. We have Russia, we have North Korea, and we have Iran. We also had Libya and Iraq at one point, but you know how that story went a couple of decades ago. And you notice how they're supposedly having a connection with each other, with Russia, Libya, and Iran, all siding together about what's going on with Syria. Okay, so everybody else is saying the audio is fine. Okay, great. Thank you, everybody, for leaving this. Oh, yeah, 2 thumbs down already. Yeah, I have my stalkers. I'm not worried about them. Let them come and stalk me and help my channel get views. So that's fine. But if you think about this, you notice how Donald Trump was very quick on talking about how Assad's, in theory and supposedly, gassed his own people, and you notice they talked about the children. Now, you can go as far back as Hitler. When he was talking about how he needed to register guns, it was for saving the poor children. They do this all the time because what better way to capture people's heartstrings by showing images and talking about suffering children? Now, anyone that would hurt a child in any way is a sick individual and should be punished. But I want you to stop and think for a second. They're blaming this leader who they clearly have made it obvious that they don't want him in power anymore. That this person supposedly gassed his own people. They said they basically threw chemical weapons in towns and just slaughtered a bunch of his own people, including children. Now, I want you to ask this question. Why? Why would this person do this? Now, I'm not saying he did or didn't do it because I wasn't there. I don't know. But I'm not afraid to question things because one of two things can happen. I could be completely wrong, and there's nothing wrong with asking questions because then you could verify if you're right or wrong, or you could find out that there's alternative viewpoints as opposed to the propaganda the media gives us. So I want you to think of it from this person's point of view. What benefit would this leader have by gassing not only his own people, but supposedly slaughtering a bunch of his children? Now, do you think that would go unnoticed? Do you think it would lead him to not be punished? Now, either that person would be incredibly insane, incredibly naive, incredibly arrogant, or he didn't do it, or didn't have a part of it. So I'm not going to sit here and say that he did it or did not do it or influence the situation. But we see throughout history events that we're told that end up not being true. So I'm not afraid to question this, because if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I just had an alternative point of view. And if they can prove to me that this person actually did that, then the person, Assad, should get what's coming to him. He should be brought in for his crimes against humanity. But it just would not make sense. If you're a leader of a country, what benefit would it bring you to gas your own people in that way? Now, are there situations that give us pause to think, is this being done to make us, first of all, be distracted about the economy? Because they love doing things that make you forget about the fact that we're about to hit $20 trillion in debt. We've already reached the debt ceiling. And that they are propping up the stock market, making the Dow Jones seem like it's at all-time highs because the economy is doing so well. And this causes two purposes. It distracts us from what's going on with our United States of America Corporation and its monetary system about ready to fall apart. And it gets us to, once again, view Russia as the enemy. Because you see, even Donald Trump is now saying he changed his mind. Now, many people voted for Trump over Hillary Clinton because of Hillary Clinton's views about Syria. And it's actually quite interesting. I want you to see something. There was a TV show. What was the show I saw the other day? There was a recent TV show. Let me see if I can pull it up. But they actually mentioned Syria. Oh, okay. It was the movie. Give me a second. It was the movie Life. If you watch the movie Life, which is a 2017 movie, and I talk to people all the time that there are messages in movies, TV shows, lyrics, you just got to listen for them. And in the beginning of that movie, there was one of the quote-unquote good guys in the movie. And first of all, the movie was just a stupid movie. It was dumb. But he was up in space and didn't want to go back to Earth. And the reason he said was situations that were happening, like, for example, in Syria. Now, that, of course, could be just a coincidence. But how interesting is it, of all the places on the planet, just happened to mention Syria? And, of course, my video output is low right now. So, of course, they want to make sure that they can mess this up. So if the audio is all messed up, unfortunately, I could already see they're messing with this, so you can't hear it. Let me know if I could still come in clear and you can hear me. But they're definitely messing with the live stream. So I really want you to question things. Because remember, if Russia does not have a Rothschild bank, and Iran doesn't have a Rothschild bank, and North Korea doesn't have a Rothschild bank, well, if we can make them seem like the terrorists, like the people in Libya and Iraq, even though they said that they were weapons of mass destruction and they never found any, they needed a reason to get you in there, get you motivated, full of, patriotism. And I've tried to warn people about Donald Trump. He might have gone in there 100% saying, I'm going to change the world, I'm going to do good. But this is a corrupt system that will show you very quickly how easily they can change your thoughts and make you play ball and play their game. Yeah, they're definitely messing with my audio. So I'm going to keep this video short. Unfortunately, they're messing with my audio. It was working perfectly fine, but then I started talking about Syria, and now they're messing it up. And the video outlook is not showing any improvement of the health. So unfortunately, this is what they do. So hopefully you'll be able to hear it. But I want you to question this and ask yourself, why would they bomb and gas their own people, basically torturing them? Because if you gas people, that's not an easy way to go, I'm assuming. Do you think this leader is just that crazy? That stupid? Or do you think that person's being set up to create more of an agenda, to serve a purpose, which Donald Trump seems to be following? I don't know why people keep falling for the same thing over and over again. I wanted Trump, and I even said this in a video months ago before he became president. I said, I want Trump to become president, not because I thought he could change the world, but this should prove that if somebody like him, who supposedly can't be bought because he's a billionaire, who can't be intimidated because he's very strong-willed, who is not the typical politician, if he couldn't change anything, then that should basically prove to people that it doesn't matter who becomes president, nothing will change. And this is why all of a sudden there's this about face about Syria and how quickly he just bombed it. Now, did it happen the way they said it happened? I have my doubts, but I cannot prove it because I'm not in the meetings that they have, and I wasn't there to set off a bomb, nor would I ever be. So media will never ask, well, why would Assad do that? They would just say, that's what he did, because that's what we were told to say. And to me, that's what propaganda is all about. Now, I could be 100% wrong. This Assad person could be that much of an evil person, and he could be that psychotic, and he could have gassed his own people. And if that's the case, he deserves everything that's about to happen to him. But you notice they did not bomb Assad. Innocent people died. If it happened the way they said, and if it is not just some special effects movie that you're watching. I don't know. But the fact that we even have to question that as a situation that is possible shows how bad the situation is in this world right now and how corrupt the media is. So all I'm saying is we may never know the truth because we're not there. So we can only go based by the information provided. But when they do not question things, that raises a red flag for me, and it should for you. So thank you for listening. Unfortunately, I want to stop this before the fact that this stream gets cut off because I've never had a video where the live stream output is low the whole time. So they're messing with it. What a surprise. YouTube is just another sellout corporation that wants to hide truth. Because to me, people like me and others that have the situations happen, we must be saying something right. Because if we were absolutely, what crazy, they would want this information to come out to say, oh, look at these crazy tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorists who are making up all this crazy stuff. They'd want this out. But the fact that they're trying to block it must mean we must be on a right path. And that's why I have stalkers that not only follow me here, they actually go, because you guys know that subscribe to me, I don't make it hidden, that I have a comic book channel that I do also. It's called We Love Comics. I do it because I used to collect comics as a kid. It's still a way to take fiat currency and turn it into an investment, but it's also fun for me and a relaxing way to do things. And I still have stalkers to this day that come there and actually will stalk my other channel. This is what they get paid to do. Or their just lives are that sad that they really are just that lonely and desperate for attention. But question what's going on in Syria. Gun to my head, do I believe the official story? No. Does that mean it's 100% false? I don't know. But I'm not afraid to question things and not just assume that what we were told is exactly what's going on. Because they control it. And Trump is nothing more than a person that is a president of a corporation. He's not the owner of a corporation. And I've said this several times. If you own McDonald's, you are the owner of McDonald's, and you hire someone to become president of McDonald's for your company, that person cannot just turn around and sell Burger King or sell cigarettes or sell drug paraphernalia at your McDonald's. Because even though he can tell managers what to do and he can tell employees what to do, he can't tell you what to do because you're the owner. And if you know anything about this country and countries around the world, they have been incorporated. It's the name that's the corporation. Nobody owns any physical land. But I've warned people about Trump. Is he better than Hillary Clinton? I guess that remains to be seen at this point. Because Hillary Clinton's not in jail. They're friends. I've tried to warn people. Now, obviously, I didn't get everything right because you know what? I don't live in the White House. I don't work for the government. I don't have inside information, so I can only base it by information and my own gut. So I love the ones that say after the fact, oh, you were wrong about this and you were wrong about that. But you know what? At least I had the strength and the courage and the nerve to actually make an opinion instead of always complaining after the fact of somebody else getting it wrong. When did they ever make any predictions? But this is what they want us to do. They want you to think, oh, look, that person questioned something. They got it wrong. Well, there's plenty of things I've gotten right. And some things have not been proven wrong as of yet. I'm not afraid to question things. So if you want to believe that Syria happened in the way they said, and as soon as I said the word in Syria, it went from the live video all of a sudden, because I was talking about trolls and stuff, all of a sudden the video went perfectly healthy. As soon as I said the word Syria, it went straight down again. Nah, they're not screwing with it. I guess I must just be paranoid. So anyway, question it. Ask, why would Assad do this to his own people? Is he that crazy? Is he that stupid? Is he that arrogant? Or is the information not truthful or not accurate? Because it just smells fishy to me. And it's just a coincidence now that Trump, who was against what Hillary was doing with Syria, is now pretty much doing what Hillary probably would have done. That's going to affect us all if we continue to just stay silent. So my video is not going to get out there without your help. So without people thumbing it up, without people sharing it, without people posting it on their social networks, this video is not going to see the light of day. Unfortunately, CNN, MSNBC, and all the real fake news, that will be easily seen for anyone to get their fill of propaganda. So I need your help. And also with the fact that they're attacking my my AdSense. Now, obviously, like I said, I don't do this for the money, because if that was the case, I would have quit, because I'm not making anything near what I did, and I wasn't making a lot to begin with. But I did open up a Patreon account. It was thanks to one of my subscribers. The link is in the description. What I did was, and there's a lot of giveaways for people to join. Every week, I add some of my most important videos that only people that are Patreons will be able to see if you join. You don't have to, because obviously all of my information is free here. But I have over 1,200 videos, and I get people all the time asking, you should make a video about this or make a video about that, and I've already done it. So what I'm going to do is at least two to three times a week, I will take my most important videos and place them on my Patreon account. So anybody that joins there will be able to see them. And I also have some giveaways and stuff because I want to make worth people's while. So the few trolls are going to say, oh, you're selling out and everything. I would love to know how they put food on their table. You know, you got to earn a living somehow. And I'm doing it in an honest way. So, you know, they'll complain. If I saved a child, they'd complain about the way I did it. So anyway, if you want to check that out, it's in the description. Anybody that can share that link and post it for me, I'd really help it. It would really help. So far, I have one Patreon, and that's it. So it's not mandatory. You don't have to do it. All my videos are free for people. That will never change. But if you want to get some of my more important videos to make it easier, they'll be located there. And I'll add, like I said, one or two, maybe three each week, so you're not overloaded by too many and you could watch them on your leisure. So thanks for watching. Hit the share button, please. Hit the like button, please. And let's hear your comments once it's uploaded. And let's start questioning things. You don't want to just hear the official story, because all stories start with once upon a time. And reality stories hardly ever have. They live happily ever after if you choose to do nothing. So thanks for listening. Sorry about the audio. There's nothing